Good morning, my social media followers. I'm doing a follow-up video to the video or segment that we did yesterday evening on being financially prepared. And the reason that I wanted to add this part two of the video is because after the segment, several of you inboxed me privately or sent me messages asking specific questions about some things that I may have mentioned in the video. So I wanted to kind of go over those things really quick while it was fresh on my mind, fresh on your mind. And again, I will redo that segment with a professional financial advisor at a later date, hopefully soon, because of the amount of information that there is in this area. So first of all, there were people who asked, what if your job does not offer a retirement plan? If your job does not offer a retirement plan, start one for yourself. You do not have to be even employed really to start a self-directed IRA or to start putting away money somewhere that will be for your later use when you're older or when you retire, because at some point you have worked or you will work and you want to be able to retire and not work into old age where you can't enjoy the latter years of your life. So you can meet with that financial advisor or a planner. You can Google them and find them. You can go to any bank and sit down and discuss it with somebody, and they will give you the information that you need. So even if you just started putting away $20, $50, $100 every 2 weeks, every week, once a month, something is better than nothing. So I would advise anybody, especially if you are working. If you are working, you have to be preparing. You have to put something away. If your job does not offer you a retirement package, then you be responsible for making sure that you will be able to retire and sit down and relax at the age that you decide to do so, and make sure that whatever it is, it's something that you're comfortable with. So that would be my suggestion for anybody who's working on a job that does not offer a retirement plan. Now, second of all, with FRS, we're talking about the Florida retirement system. The two programs, pension and investment, are set up very different. The pension plan is set up with the mindset that you will work until you are at least old enough to receive Social Security. So as you're working, you're paying into a Social Security system. Now, if you follow any type of money management programs or anything on the news about how our Social Security has been depleted, you will understand the importance of still putting something else to the side for retirement. Our Social Security system has been threatening to not have enough money to pay everybody who is paid in for a very long time. And so when they send out these quarterly reports from FRS, they are sending it to you based on your years of service that you've worked and your age, because whatever your birth date was, it determines at what age you will be able to withdraw from Social Security. Now, if you take out anything or try to withdraw anything prior to that, they will penalize you. So, for example, I was born in 1971. They're anticipating that I should be able to withdraw from my Social Security. I believe it's either 65 or 67, one of the two. And that would mean I will have been in the workforce for like 40 plus years if I stayed until the age that they want me to work. So when they send you your quarterly statements from FRS, they're basing that on your years of service and your contributions into the retirement plan. So I switched from pension to investment about 15 years ago, 15, maybe 16 years ago. So I have not received a quarterly statement since then because I was no longer a part of the pension plan. When you move from pension to investment, you're no longer a part of the pension plan. Now you're in investment, and whatever you decide to do with your money when you retire is totally up to you. Now, there are people who have walked away from FRS with millions of dollars plus based on how long they had worked and what they paid in. So if you are not good at managing your money, or you're not fiscally responsible, to think that when you leave a job, you have access to that type of money, $800,000, $1 million plus however much, if you're not making sound decisions with your money, chances are you're going to blow your money. But you also have to remember that once you go into investment, once you take your money, that is it. There is no more retirement plan sitting anywhere else that they're going to pay you. The investment plan is your money. And once you use it, you have used it. If you're not putting anything away and paying into something else or investing in something else, once that money is gone, it is gone. So if you live long enough and can withdraw some Social Security after that, then that's all you will be living on is Social Security. So if you plan properly, you'll have a retirement money and a Social Security money. That's the way it's supposed to work. Either way, it won't be enough. So you have to do something in addition to that so that you can live the way that you feel is comfortable for you to live. Okay, so the disadvantage to the investment plan is what I just said. If you're not financially responsible, you will squander your money. If you have not thought out how you want to invest your money, you will squander your money. Now, there are some people who made some wise decisions. They paid off houses, they paid off cars, they paid off everything that they had to pay off so that they don't have any bills per se, except utilities and those things that we have to pay that are out of our control. But you have to know what you want to do with your money, and it needs to be something that's going to make more money for you, because eventually if you spend it all up, you won't have anything left. Okay, so make wise decisions with your money if you put your money into the investment plan. Now, people look at me and think that I did this big old wonderful thing, and to be honest, all I did was make some good decisions with my money. I am not rich in money, but the wealth that I have in knowledge and comfort, you can't pay for. And it's because I've figured out how to live within my means and still enjoy the things that I want to enjoy in life. And that comes with planning. You need to know, when do you want to retire? At what age do you feel like you will be ready to retire? And how much money do you need to have to do that? To be able to maintain whatever bills you're going to have at that point, and to have monies to be able to do the things that you enjoy doing. So whatever it is that you enjoy doing, how much does that cost you? How much of a lifestyle are you going to have doing those things? And so you determine what's comfortable for you. You don't have to be rich to retire. People, oh, you shouldn't be retiring before you have $1 million or before you do da da da. The devil is a liar. You retire when you feel it's time for you to retire, and when you have planned accordingly, and when you have set up your situation to live the way that you desire to live. Okay? I could not stress that enough. People love to say you're not old enough or you don't have enough money. I disagree. You can always make it work. You just have to know what it is that you want to do once you are retired. Now, do people return back to work? Yes, a lot of people do. Not always because of poor planning financially, but there are things that come up when you're not working that you may not have thought about or thought it through completely before you retired. Those things that you paid through the payroll deduction, like health insurance, like life insurance, like all these other things that you had on the side, now those are your responsibility. That health insurance is a killer, especially at our age. We're retiring when we're younger, so the health insurance is extremely high. Please take into account that when you retire, you will be paying these things on your own out of pocket. You can sign up for things like Obamacare and other insurance, and they're going to be very, very expensive. So you have to make sure that you're looking at that as an expense you will incur when you retire as well. At my age, I'm not old enough for Medicare, Medicaid, or any of that. That's another issue when you retire young. So you have to make sure that you take into consideration the amount of money you're going to spend for health insurance alone. That is going to be the biggest debt that you will incur new when you retire. Okay? Once you take your money out of FRS, if you're in the investment plan, they don't care what you do with your money. But they are going to tax you. And if you're taking it early, for example, I took mine before I was 55. That means they're taxing me at 20% if I had taken my money out of FRS and just had them send me a check or put my money in the bank. So that was why it was advantageous for me to roll it over into another type of investment program so that I would not pay that 20% tax that they were going to charge me. However, I found something that worked for me. The money that I rolled over is still the exact amount of money that I rolled over. I haven't had to take a dollar to do anything from the money because whatever you take, they will tax. Again, like I said, I found what works for me, a program, an investment group where I am being paid 20% a month off of the money that I rolled over. So depending on how much you roll over, that is where you can calculate, what works for you in terms of interest being paid to you. So I hope that I've answered most of the questions. We have to remember that you have to be fiscally responsible. You have to look into what your options are, whether at your job or whether, outside of the job. There are lots of opportunities, annuities, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, real estate. Some people take their money and they go out and buy properties and invest in real estate. Others do other things to make their money grow and continue to work for them. So you have to know what you want to do. You have to come up with a plan and be prepared. You have to pay yourself some kind of way. You have to do something that allows you to pay you continually for the duration of your life. That is what retirement is about. You shouldn't, some people like working. They retire and find something else that they enjoy doing, a hobby that pays them. Others, like me, if I can help it, I don't want to do anything but travel. And that is what I've been doing. And so I'm just coming to you all to share these nuggets because I'm hoping that it will be helpful. Don't be scared to take risks. Scared money don't make no money. Sometimes you're going to have to spend a little bit and see if it works out. If it doesn't, you move on. However, have a plan. That is what's most important, that you have a plan and that it's something that works for you. Don't let others tell you what you have to do with your money or how old you have to be to retire. It is totally up to you. What are those P's? Piss, poor planning, and performance. They all go together. You got a plan for it to perform. Okay? So I wanted to add that. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will be talking to you again very soon.